It's pretty cold outside today.
Well, I used to work for a Fortune 500 company, and that's a job that I secured by beating out thousands of applicants. And that was a pretty nice job in our conventional understanding.
Paradise. I've lived here in Free City my whole life. I've got a best friend, I've got a goldfish, and I work at the bank.
If we trace it back further, this is almost the job that I dreamed about since I was a little girl. I have always wanted to be an independent woman, and in my typical impression, an independent woman must work in the big firm, which I now think is a very narrow view. So the moment I put my badge on, I felt like a dream come true. Happiness is within my reach only if I work hard. However, I soon realized that a job doesn't equal self-value achievement. In our society today, most jobs are highly specialized and repetitive. We barely find satisfaction on a spiritual level.
No, impossible.
As a result, I was not happy. I was busy, but busy with someone who hired me, not myself. I want to quit my job. But I don't have a backup plan, and I can't come up with one in a short time. Therefore, I hesitated. Until one day I found out
It seems like this is growing bigger than last time.
the treatment outcome for my third recurrence of ovarian cysts was not satisfactory, and my headaches caused by my spinal deformation due to the long-term incorrect posture was getting more severe. So I was like, okay, life offers me an opportunity to start over. And that year, I was 31. Quitting a job is an action. However, starting over one's life is a process. Change, especially the positive side, take time. And in fact, it might get worse at the beginning. Quitting the job is essential because workforce is like hell once you awake from an NPC role. The truth is, I mustered the courage to quit my job, but my lifestyle remains the same. I still force myself to live in a so-called productive way, as if only living hard and intensely would make my choice of leaving the job acceptable. For example, time management rules. We all learn it for school, for work. I wouldn't say I like it, but I cannot stop myself from trying to conform to them, even though I don't have a job anymore. You know, I'm still using the methodology of success to judge myself.
Remember, life is a race. अगर तेज नहीं भागोगे तो कोई तुम्हें कुचल के आगे निकल जाएगा.
I was happy only at the very beginning of my no-job life. Sleeplessness, headaches, anxiety, self-doubt, all the problems soon returned with a bigger storm. While resigning merely lifts the veil on the real issue, and you now realize that something else, maybe more important, makes you restless, your perception and your thinking pattern. So I decided to change. And it started with an experiment. Like, forget about all the rigid rules. Instead, I try to live according to my natural inclinations, embracing the flow of life. Will my life be a total mess? Let me have a try. Well, the first experiment, Adam, is sleep. I only sleep when I feel sleepy and get up when I want to. 11:20. second experiment item is to stop read useful books like management, sales, marketing, how to be successful. Instead, I will only read and learn the stuff that I'm naturally interested in.
听众朋友们好，我是王瑞云。这一讲我们来谈谈第二个社会变化对艺术的影响，那就是美术馆的出现。如今
Will the trust of my inner strength make my life better? Yes. When I kind to myself, magic happens. Well, first of all, my sleep is sound. I thought I would sleep all day and become so lazy, but in fact, I just sleep like perfectly 8 hours per day. Sound sleep boosts my energy during the day, and plus, the readings and learnings are all genetically that I loved. So it went pretty smoothly and joyfully. And finally, the sense of achievement from the happy learning reinforces my sleep quality. My life entered into a virtuous circle. I wanted to start a YouTube channel long ago, like in 2015?
2015. It's also my 34th birthday.
Or 2017? Well, I actually tried to be a fashion blogger in 2017, but was not satisfied with my face and body shape. So I decided to lose weight first. As a result, I discontinued until forever. But I'm still eager to express myself. And I believe that only creation can bring human beings the spiritual satisfaction and can rescue us from the work and spending tribe, work and buy tribe. However, I don't know how. In other words, I have yet to master the tool that allow me to do so. And for YouTube, it is the filmmaking skills.
I want to make a movie. Where does the process begin?
When I clearing my saved for later folders, remember my second experiment item? I saw Casey Neistat's filmmaking course.
In finding the idea.
And I took the course and started using what I learned to make my movie. Sounds super easy, huh? This video should be my first YouTube video, but it's not, because I don't want to be a guru or a serious person. Feels like having enough life experience and being eligible to give people life advice. I'm just an ordinary person like everyone else. And life for me is still a mysterious yet exciting and fun project to explore. To try out something I want to try, to continue tasting sweet and bitter, and most of time, plain and simple. Like my cooking videos, I'm just the same as any beginner, learning by doing. I enjoy the process and see cooking as a creative program.
I have a new idea.
The cost of failure is low and sometimes like a sweet potato, so why don't try to have fun of it?
This one looks like a shit, but tastes.
Also like my posture correction diaries. Yes, I haven't successfully corrected my span, but I'm doing it. And this is what the process looks like. Of course I worry. Indeed, it was my biggest concern when I was thinking about resigning. But how much money would free you from the worry of money? More is never enough. To eliminate unnecessary spending, we can always find ways to do more than we have already done. Just sometimes it's gonna be tough. Like I reduced my spending by not buying new clothes, eating outside, and traveling. However, renting is actually my biggest expense, and I can eliminate by moving back to my hometown. But I didn't do it until a year after I quit my job. moving back was the most challenging choice for me. I've always liked exploring the outside world, so I learned English hard and I tried so hard to study abroad. Then I tried hard to get a full-time job in an international company. Indeed, going outside had been my purpose of my past 32 years, and now I need to move back to where I started. Moving back means I will need to deal with the potential conflicts with parents, which will 100% happen. And it also means I will need to face the pressure coming from the topic of marriage and having children due to my age of 33. In the current society I live in, women my age are probably get married and have at least one child aged 3 to 4. I'm far behind this norm in other people's eyes, including my mom's, but not in mine at all. No. Age has never been the reason for marriage and having a children. Only love is. If I want to live a life I dreamed about, one that's healthy and satisfying from the inside, these obstacles are mandatory taxes for it. At least for now. I think this is something called understanding trade-offs. Although so many wise people has already advised us that it's not too late to start over in your 30s, but it still took me a long time, like 3 years, to really accept it. And now, with the start over of my life, and even though it's just the beginning, I feel damn good already.
This pure milk flavor used to my most hated one, and I never thought I would fall in love with this flavor one day.